let's go ahead and talk about a series that, for some of the people on this podcast, may be a tad bit devastating. For others,
Who?
it makes me happy. Let's talk about the Suns and the Lakers.
Ooh,
And,
I got this. Listen, Anthony Davis is not a top 5 player in the NBA.
he's not. Because he
Anthony Davis
can't healthy. That's his issue.
Is soft. Listen, as soon as Ayton ate him alive that first game, I knew it was a wrap. Because Anthony Davis, the way Ayton played was too consistent of like a way of playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was shooting so close inside and doing these kind of things and dunking that's going to translate to every game. This rebounding effort is going to translate to every game.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis was shooting way too many threes on this man. So I was like, what's going on? And this is before he even got hurt. So as soon as he got hurt, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Because he is frail. Like, I'm not going to go as far as Charles Barkley go. Somebody needs to, see how his workouts are on the offseason. I don't know about all that nutritional stuff. All I know is you getting hurt way too much. And if you get hurt that much, you're not for me. I don't even know. Do you know anybody whose favorite player is Anthony Davis?
I hope not.
I don't know anybody who's. I heard no one say, "Ooh, yeah, you know what my favorite player is Anthony Davis." No, it ain't a thing. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis, no one liked him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they got worked. Chris Paul did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's getting older, and it was obvious. Like it was obvious.
Was he healthy for the series? I know they said they set him out a lot after he got that injury or whatever.
He was healthy enough to play, but
he was still hobbled or whatever.
He's 36. You know what I mean? So even 2 years ago, LeBron would have cooked. All right, LeBron, as you by yourself, we need you to put up some work. He's not doing that no more, and you don't even want him to do it no more because he's so big. And he's getting older. He's gonna get hurt. If he played, LeBron James at this moment in his career should not be driving to the rim and trying to dunk or bang out on anybody. He should be driving and kicking. Because I was talking about this with somebody yesterday. When Jay Crowder grabbed him by his shoulders 3 years ago, LeBron breaking off of that and dunking on him. Yeah. LeBron can't do that no more because he tried to say it was a flagrant. That's called a hard foul. But we're so used to seeing LeBron be some otherworldly athlete that we've never seen before that we've never seen a hard foul just look like a hard foul on him. So with all these kind of elements combining, it was just unless something drastic happens, drastic. There's too many other good teams. LeBron James might not win another ring. Yeah. Something drastic has to happen. A drastic trade. Something like that, right? I'm not talking about injuries or whatsoever. Just a drastic trade, something that's shifting in terms of the league, right? But he won't win a ring anymore if this trend continues. And the fact he's getting older, the trend's going to continue.
Look. I agree with you 100%. And I truly think it's about time for LeBron to change his game. It is not my place to tell the GOAT how to play basketball, but I would love to see him go ahead and put that 280 back on and just operate out of the elbow. You're already one of the best passers the game has ever seen. Go ahead, get him 2 or 3 more shooters, maybe somebody else, and just facilitate, and then occasionally just take that 15-foot drive to the rim because nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to be dumb enough or physical enough to actually be able to mess with LeBron with a little bit of a head of steam. He doesn't need to be out on the perimeter like that anymore.
So what y'all made me think about is how basically this year and last year he's basically been a point guard, which is different, and that's different than how a lot of other players adapted their games in his age. Not that it was a bad decision necessarily on his part to play point guard. It's because it makes sense. But The thing is, like, usually as players get older, like, they'll move down a position, right? They'll move to a position where, like we mentioned, they don't have to move quite as much, where you can, like, put, be, bigger and stronger and don't have to, again, run all around the goddamn perimeter. And that would actually be an interesting LeBron to see, for real. But I don't know, like, even if he doesn't get another ring, it's still just kind of like, I mean, like, there'll be folks because, like, they're just folks. For some reason, it's like, oh, yeah, LeBron, not only is he washed, but he was always trash to begin with, and he's not my GOAT. And, like, there are people that just say,
not my GOAT people are the lamest people ever. Like, right. That's such a, I hate that.
That's like everybody over 30.
He is, granted, I think if you have, like, the top 3 people ever, or the top 4 players ever, that they're all interchangeable because all their teams generally ask them to do different things. So you can't say, like, if we've all seen great passes from Michael Jordan, we've all seen great passes from Kobe, but their teams weren't tailor-made for them to pass the ball like that, so they needed to score a lot more. And LeBron James needed to score a lot more, he would just score a lot more and wouldn't pass as much. You know what I mean? So, I think they're all interchangeable. There's that's a ridiculous conversation to have, but that's also a strong side note for what we're talking about now. But yeah, it's a wrap for LeBron though. But he's gonna, like, LeBron's stat chasing at this point though. It's not about rings anymore. He's gonna pass Kareem the next 2-3 years for the all-time leading scorer in the league. He might do some other, like, minuscule jumps when it comes to, like, these other stats, right? But he's over here. He's just trying to do the point thing, I think, which he's gonna pass unless he gets hurt. But before 5 months ago, I'm like, LeBron hurt? What are you talking about? But now I'm like, this man's getting older and he's obviously becoming human, and you're gonna have a lot of people out here who are ready to take You're gonna have a lot of people out here, and I mean not people like us. I mean, like, people in the league, other players who are like, ooh, LeBron coming down to earth. It's my time to shine on this man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not a huge LeBron. I'm not like one of these, like, oh, LeBron's my favorite player ever per people. But I like LeBron. But I kind of can't wait to see that happen too. And it's not because of some weird vendetta I have against LeBron. I just want to see people go ham. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to see people go in. And you're gonna have a lot of Drake. You're gonna have a lot of Jay Crowders out here wilding.
Yeah. And at the position he plays, there's a lot of cold dudes. Like, Jason Tatum already kind of dunked on LeBron once. It's going to be
2 years ago.
He's Luka Doncic is somebody he's going to have to guard, and Luka's going crazy. Like, he's stepped into the, like, elite shot creator role. Like it's just going to be real fun to see him. But to close out this series, at the beginning of the year, we talked about who we think is going to win the championship. And I'm going full in on this, and I don't care about being wrong whatsoever. I predict that the Suns are going to win this championship.
Oh, that's a bold one.
I predict the Suns are going to win this championship strictly because I want Chris Paul to win a championship. And as long as a team has a big man who can be somewhat dominant, I am super afraid for the Nets.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I agree.
I think the Suns are gonna come out the West. Yeah, I think the Suns are gonna come out the West. But I think they're gonna have a tough time with whoever comes out the East. Like, the Nets, like, James Harden's game the game. If James Harden walked off the court, he's gaming the game, whatever. Right? The Nets are gonna win enough for him to come back eventually.
Yeah.
Philly, after yesterday's game, or towards the end of yesterday's game, kind of figured it out. Like, they figured out, like, defensively how to get the Hawks. So I think we're going to see a completely different Philadelphia team against the Hawks going forward.
Yeah.
Also, Ben Simmons was guarding Trae Young for a little bit, and he was locking him down.
Save that for later, big dog. We're going to talk about round 2 in a minute.
Love that.
Yeah.
Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. If you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. You can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.